up? My name is Audrey. I'm a recent high school grad from the Boston area, and for my ocean advocacy project, I organized people in the Boston area to crochet sleeping mats using single-use plastic bags for young people experiencing homelessness. The mats look like this when they're rolled up. They're lightweight, they're non-attractive to lice and ticks, and they're also waterproof, which makes them really ideal for somebody who is traveling around with all of their stuff. As you can see, it's quite easy to just slip on and carry around with you. I've donated about 25 sleeping mats to Youth Shelter in Harvard Square, a shelter that's run by young people for young people experiencing homelessness. A really big issue for young people experiencing homelessness is if they're unable to get a space in a youth shelter, the choice is often to sleep outside, which leaves them exposed to cold-borne illness such as frostbite and hypothermia. Having a protective layer of insulation to sleep on can really help prevent those diseases and keep somebody warm, safe, and comfortable. These sleeping mats also reuse and give a second life to around 700 plastic bags. Plastic waste in the United States is a huge problem. Most of the plastic in the US isn't recycled. Plastic bags are really hard to recycle because they're really low-grade plastic. It's often recycling companies don't want them because they can't really profit off of them. It means that a lot of plastic, like plastic bags especially, are ending up in oceans and damaging marine life. They're going into those ecosystems, breaking down into microplastics, absorbing toxins, being consumed by fish, which poisons them, and then eventually will make their way onto our dinner plate. And when around 2 billion people in the world rely on marine life as their main source of protein, plastic waste is a massive, massive threat to human public health. This project helps reduce plastic waste by limiting the amount of plastic that ends up in the ocean. Around 600 plastic bags are used to crochet these mats, and it gives them a second life. On average, single-use plastic bags are used for about 15 minutes. That's the time it takes to put groceries into the bag, bring it to the car, and then bring the bag home. And then they're discarded. I've hosted around 7 community workshops at a variety of locations to teach people how to crochet and also spread awareness about plastic and systemic homelessness. I've hosted workshops in a variety of locations, such as a makerspace in my town, a local art museum, a local yarn shop, so I've really been all over. Workshop attendance has been really, really fun. I've been spreading my message through Facebook, and typically workshops will be between 10 and 20 people. So at these workshops, I'll teach people how to make plarn, or plastic yarn, which you have to cut up plastic bags first, loop them together into a long strand, and then you can start the crocheting process. As you can see here, I have created 2 videos for the purposes of teaching people how to make plarn and also how to crochet the mat. Education is a huge focus at all of my workshops. I always try to emphasize why we're doing this, why plastic is a problem, why young people sleeping outside is dangerous for their public health. I also try to emphasize how people can change their daily habits to avoid using plastic and be more sustainable. This is a labor-intensive project. It does take around 15 hours to produce, but it also is really using these plastic bags for a better purpose. This project has definitely grown beyond my expectations, and one of the really most exciting parts of it has been to see it have a life of its own. Many people have contacted me asking to host their own workshop. And so I created a toolkit that has all of the things that they need to host a workshop. There have been groups in neighboring towns that have been meeting regularly based off of the materials I've provided them to get together, learn about plastic pollution, and also crochet these mats. I really encourage people to keep thinking about plastic pollution, think about how your daily habits can be changed to limit your plastic consumption, and I also encourage people to engage in this project. It's really easy, it's quite simple, you can do it anywhere. All you need are scissors, a bunch of plastic bags, and a cue-size crochet hook. No prior knowledge necessary. I've posted instructional videos on how to make plarn and also how to crochet mats, and I really hope to continue to see people creating these mats in their own home and reducing the amount of plastic bag waste that ends up in the oceans.